What's going on? My name is Coco and I'm from Ghana.
And I'm Chris and I'm from Nigeria. And in today's episode, we'll be talking about 10 signs you're more attractive than you think. So without any further delay, let's jump straight into the video.
So, when most people hear the word attraction, they instantly think it's all about looks, but that's just not true. I mean, most men are not walking around with the Aaron Pierre or Michael B. Jordan build, are they? But I bet you've seen some very average looking guys with some bombshell baddies in your lifetime. Prove me wrong. You can't. And no, not the ones who flaunt money, drive the latest foreign cars, or wear the most expensive designer brands. We're talking about the types of men who just have high levels of self-belief. And this confidence and self-belief is exactly what makes them generally attractive to most women.
Listen, we're here to tell you that attraction is way more than just your physical appearance. Now, I'm not saying physical attraction is not important because that would just be a flat out lie. But you can use other attraction too to boost your dating market appeal.
So, before we get into the juicy parts of today's episode, let's first define what it means to be an attractive individual. Being an attractive individual simply means you're appealing visually, mentally, and psychologically, or a combination of 2 or 3 of these. Basically, an attractive man is a man who's interesting enough to arouse the interest of women or has the ability to draw women to himself. You see, here's the thing. Women find men attractive for many different reasons, as we'll state in one of our upcoming books, The 50 Female Attraction Secrets All Men Must Know. But in this episode, let's just stick to the science. Alright, KC fam, let's get into the meat and bones of this episode. Chris will take it from here.
Number 1, she gives you compliments even if they're subtle. Now, very rarely will women go out of their way to give a man compliments if she doesn't find them attractive. They're just not doing that. In general, compliments are a direct way of expressing admiration. She might compliment his style, his smile, his personality, or even his work ethic. These can be veiled expressions of attraction, especially if she gives them in a sincere and genuine way. But you might ask, how do I know if she's genuine about it? Great question. The only way to know for sure is if you have game. This is why Coco and I are always talking about game. Why? Because men who don't have game are just walking targets for the wrong women.
Number 2, you get choosing signals from women. Now, whenever you walk into a new environment, you experience 1, 2, or 3 of the following things. Some women can't help but shyly look at you and smile. Some women blatantly stare at you unconsciously, while some women will come up to you and ask questions they could have easily gotten the answers to with a quick Google search. But no, they'll ask you just so they can have a conversation with you. Some women will play with their hair when they're in your presence, and some women will hover around you so much so that it's obvious that she wants you to notice her. Now, are choosing signals great to have? Absolutely, but you can't rely on them completely, and here's why. It's because you can't know for certain the real reason why a woman is giving you those signals in the first place. It could actually be for other reasons that have absolutely nothing to do with you. Here are some examples. The woman can give you choosing signals just because she wants some of your attention, or she sees you as her next target to finesse. Be careful. Don't be surprised by this stuff. This happens way more than you think.
Number 3, she seems nervous or awkward around you. You see, nervousness or awkwardness can be a sign of attraction, especially if it's out of character for that person. Especially if she's normally very confident around other people, but all of a sudden, when you walk in the room or in your presence, she might blush, stumble over her words, or act unusually shy in your presence because she's trying to make a good impression and is perhaps a little intimidated by your presence. You see, many guys miss this one, but we hope after this video you start taking the cues. Don't miss them anymore.
Number 4, she laughs at your jokes, even the not so funny ones. I think we can all agree that humor is highly subjective. Not everyone gets everyone's jokes. And as a matter of fact, what one person may find hysterical, another may find insulting. Anyways, let's stay on topic. So in the case of women, if she finds you attractive, then you, my friend, are gonna have her laughing her bum off to things that might not even make sense to her. But hey, she enjoys your company and you're saying it, so why not? Even if your jokes aren't the best, she'll laugh at them just because she wants to create a positive interaction with. In such cases, she's essentially validating you, which is a very, very good thing. Bask in that.
Number 5, she makes excuses to touch you. This is a good one because I almost never miss this one. Just this past 30 December at a lounge, I was sitting beside this hottie. Objectively, maybe like a 7.5, 8 out of 10. I was wearing this really cool jeans, navy blue, with some artwork on it. And she started touching my thighs, talking about liking my jeans. But you know, for me, we know what that means. I immediately knew this because, look, I've got some game. And this is why we say get some game. You see, physical touch is a powerful way to signal attraction. Women who are interested in you might find subtle ways to make physical contact, like brushing your arm or touching your shoulders or playfully bumping into you, right? These seemingly accidental touches are often deliberate and meant to gauge your reaction. Now, if you're getting any value from this video, here's what I want you to do. I want you to hit the like button, comment below, and share this video with someone you think will gain value from it. Also, you can support our work by buying us a cup of coffee. The link is in the description, and make sure you also subscribe to the channel.
Number 6, you're shown unexpected acts of kindness. See, when people find you attractive, in this case women, they'll often go out of their way to do nice things for you. These acts of kindness could be anything from holding the door open to offering actual help with an actual task. Now, we know Hollywood has fooled you into thinking only men should do these things for women. But trust and believe, if she finds you attractive, she'll open the door for you. And she may even offer to carry your bags, right? Again, we know this probably sounds crazy to you, but here's what we can promise. The better your game gets, the more you experience these type of things. These acts of kindness are basically her way of showing interest in you and trying to make a positive impression upon you.
Number 7, she remembers details about you. When you've made a positive impression on a woman, she'll remember the tiniest details about you. Maybe a joke you made or a story you told, maybe even something you were wearing. This shows that you stood out and made a lasting impact on her mind.
Number 8, you get approached by women. This one right here is one of the strongest indicators of perceived attractiveness. If women feel comfortable and confident enough to walk up to you and talk to you, then you, my friend, are one attractive son of a gun. Because here's the thing, women rarely approach men. Rarely. And in case you didn't know, most women aren't as confident as they present themselves to be. They fear rejection way more than you do. They can dish it out easily, but having it dished back to them feels like Superman getting shot with a kryptonite loaded shotgun. It's devastating to them. Her approaching you means you give off a welcoming and approachable vibe. And it also implies a certain level of social status or perceived higher value. If you don't take anything from this episode, take this with you. Women will never ever approach you if they view you as a low status individual. So don't be one.
Number 9, she's drawn to your presence. Now, this isn't just about you being the center of attention. Though that could happen, it's more about a subtle energy that you exude. Now, the way this happens is that she's naturally wanting to be near you. She feels comfortable and engaged in your presence. Think of it like a warm light. It draws you in without being overpowering. That's exactly how this works.
Number 10, women mirror your body language. Now, mirroring is a subconscious behavior that shows that there's rapport and connection between you and the person mirroring you. For those of you not too familiar with the word rapport, here's what Google says it means. It's a close and harmonious relationship in which the people or groups concerned understand each other's feelings or ideas and communicate well. So, when a woman is attracted to you, she'll unconsciously begin to mimic your posture, gestures, the things you say, and even facial expressions that you make. This is a big sign that a woman is really attracted to you and wants to be in sync to build a connection with you. Don't sleep on this one. It's almost certain. All right, Casey fam, that brings us to the end of this episode. If you got any value from it, don't hesitate to hit the like button, drop us a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you'd like to support the channel by buying us a cup of coffee, to keep us up so we can bring this content to you, you're more than welcome to do that with the link in the description below. All right, guys, that's all we've got for you today. We'll catch you on the next episode. Peace.